Good morning from a random lake that I've never been to in Michigan. Guess what? Today, I'm fishing with these silly boys back here.
Oh, hi.
What's up? I'm also going to be fishing with Debo's Fishing. So if you haven't seen him, he is a big time bass fisherman. Just recently got a kayak. And so he met up with us. He's from Iowa, came up to Michigan, and we're gonna be fishing together. So I actually don't necessarily know what the plans are today, but I've got several rods rigged up in the kayak. We're fishing all day long. So I'm gonna probably just start fishing around with some ultralight, do whatever, hopefully catch some fish. But then throughout the day, I'm hoping to produce several videos if it works out, but at the bare minimum, we're gonna catch some fish. That is the most important thing. Catch some fish, have some fun. Without further ado, let's get on the water and let's see where the day brings us. Thank you, Debo. Look at the service. I wanna see if I can get first fish award for the day. Jeff and Paul already fished yesterday, so I just want to see if I can catch the first one today and have that to my name. Honestly, this is a beautiful little lake. No idea what to expect. I've never heard much about it. My friend told me there's some decent bass in here, but outside of that, never been here. Haven't done much research, just kind of showing up and fishing. And that is the best way to do it, my friends. That is the most fun way to do it. Keep it simple. There's one. There we go. First fish award, yellow perch. Let's go. All right. To my knowledge, nobody else has caught a fish, so I am on the board. First fish of the day. Out here with Debo, Jeff, and Paul. And you already know, I struck first, baby. Now, is it impressive? No. But I struck first. There's something to be said about striking first. All right. Yellow perch. See you later. These are definitely some old bluegill beds. There's not a ton of fish on them, so I'm almost wondering if a full wave of bluegill have already spawned. And they're just kind of, there's a few still in the area, but I feel like they've already got fished pretty hard. There's a fish. Oh, it's a big old bass. It's a big old bass. Well, big for ultralight, I'll say. I landed it right on his head. There we go. All right, there's two species. I landed this donkey-tailed junior right on his head, and I finally got one to eat. Definitely, the fish are definitely a little finicky right now, but we got signs of life, my friends. Nice to see. There you go. Healthy little bass, a little skinny. Interesting. Well, I plopped this donkey-tailed junior, and he just kind of slurped it up. Weird little bite. Really shallow water. Healthy little ultralight bass right there. Turn them loose. See, buddy? Okay. Gotcha. What are you? You gotta be a big sunfish, I think. What are you? What are you? Yep, there we go. On the board with a little bluegill. Might be a bluegill pumpkin seed hybrid. Little one. Finally. 3 species now. Sunfish, yellow perch, bass. Slow start to the morning, but we're starting to figure a few things out. Gotcha. That fish was hard to work. I knew I saw something down there following it. What is this? Big old jumbo pumpkin seed. That fish came up and was nosing on it, but he was kind of hard to work. That's a nice pumpkin seed right there. Man, I tell you what, this morning's off to a relatively slow start, but we just got our most respectable fish of the day. Beautiful little pumpkin seed, my friends. Love to see it. Yeah, there you go. It's got to be a bluegill. Oh yeah. I have a feeling this fish was sitting on a bed or somewhere near one. Yeah, not a bad little bluegill. Nothing too big, but nice to see that this sandy bank is paying off. There you go, buddy. Oh, little one, but I got him. See if he's still on there. Golly. Okay, I don't want to break my rod here. The braid wrapped around my tip, and I do not want to break my rod, so there you go. That's not a very big fish. All right, let's see, let's see, let's see. There we go. What do we got here? I saw a little swirl, so I casted to it. And there you go. There's a nice healthy one. That's a big pregnant female is what that is. Look at that. That thing's loaded with eggs. Let's get this fish back. It's probably about ready to go drop eggs on a bed. Big loaded female bluegill. There you go. Cool. Where there's one loaded female, there ought to be two. What's this? It's a little bigger, I think. Is this a bass or is this gonna be a jumbo? It's gotta be a bass. It's not fighting like a, yeah, it's a bass. The bass are gonna be around those bluegill too. A lot of times they like to chase them this time of year. Man, look at that, look at that. That's more like it. There's a decent little ultralight fish. He just slurped that thing up. I landed it right on his nose. Couldn't resist. That's a perfect little ultralight sized bass right there. Good times, my friends. That's a healthy, beautiful fish. You love to see it. Oh, there might be a pumpkin seed or a bluegill on that bed, and he just thumped this thing. Just gotta work it onto that bed without getting bogged down in grass. Oh, here we go. Oh, I think he's really little. Now that I got to look at him, he's really small. Still want to catch him, but he might be hard just because he's so small. I see him, he's still on the bed. Yeah, it's a dinky gill. Dang it. I was hoping he was going to be bigger than that. Got him. Oh, he is pretty big. It's a big pumpkin seed. All right, he looked really small from here. That's a big pumpkin seed. Yes, sir. I'm glad I kept fishing for him. There you go. He's peeing on me. That one's beautiful. All right, see ya, buddy. Gotcha. Okay, it was a little pumpkin seed is what it was. This fish was on a bed and it bit a couple times, so I threw the drop shot up there and I saw the white bait disappear. And I tell you what, that is a beautiful little pumpkin seed. Now it's not big, but this is probably my prettiest fish of the day, so there's something to be said about that, right? Let's go. That is one beautiful pumpkin seed. See ya, buddy. He's gonna eat it. He's got it. Gotcha. Big one. Yes, sir. There's a bunch of these down there. Holy smokes. These are some absolute donkey mamas. Let's go. Look at that big old gill. That's what I wanted. There are some big ones in here. You just got to find the right beds. Beautiful fish. There's more of them down there. I'm just going to get that jig out and just release him nice and gentle. There you go, buddy. All right. Now I'm just going to chill here for a second, let those fish recoup. Obviously, they're all spooked from all that commotion. But if I just sit here nice and quietly, I should be able to catch a couple more. I'm going for a black 1/64 ounce mule jig. More natural. I don't want a bright color right now. These fish seem pretty finicky and I don't feel like they're going to respond well to the bright colors. And then I'm going to put a ranch hand horse fly on there. Oh, I got him. I thought I was on a pad stem. This one slurped it. Golly. That's another nice one. Man, these are just all tanks. There's several of them down there, but I'm telling you guys, they are finicky. But hard work pays off. You got to stay on top of them. The tough thing with this ranch hand horsefly is I can't see it worth a hoot because it's brown and it blends right in with the bottom. But I think that that's going to help me a little bit. I think it's just because these fish are so finicky. I think they want something just a little bit more natural. See you, buddy. That brighter color, I just feel like it's just kind of throwing them off because I feel like these fish are so educated. They've probably seen a bunch of lures this spring. And so that little bit more natural color is probably just going to make them a little less suspicious, a little bit more willing to pick it up and eat it.
That's the theory, at least. It worked for that fish. Let's see if I can catch his brother. This fish came in from the side. It's a pumpkin seed. He came in from the side. I saw him creep in there, and then I twitched this thing right in front of his nose, and I just saw him slurp it. What a beauty. This fish was not on the beds. He came in from that grass over here, and he was just kind of checking it out, investigating. That was awesome. See you, buddy. Catching some really stud sunfish, though. This place definitely has some size potential, which is nice to see. Oh, there's a bowfin right in front of me. There's a bowfin right in front of me. There's a bowfin right there. Giant bowfin. Giant bowfin. He has no interest in this thing. Dude, giant bowfin just creeping through the weeds. It's funny how if you sit in your kayak long enough, and you don't move and you're kind of stealthy, the lake kind of comes alive around you. Got him, yes, got the bluegill. After this one, I think I'm gonna let these fish have a rest and just leave them alone. This might be, this is definitely my biggest one yet. Oh my gosh, absolute tank. Gorilla of a bluegill. Let's go. Let's go. The horsefly, my friends, paid off. Love to see it. Absolute meat cake right here. That's an 8-incher. But look at that fish. You know, I'd rather catch the bowfin, but I'll take an 8-inch bluegill built like this any day of the week. Go back there and protect the next generation, my friend. Working my tail off for these fish, but I tell you what, they're quality and they're worth it.
Okay, so I just caught up with the guys. We got Debo back here. We got Paul and Jeff up here. And I tell you what, I am to the point where I need a snack. I need to re-rig some things. And I need to just kind of take a quick mental break and decide what I want to do next. Paul tells me that he's caught a couple crappie, so maybe I'll go try to catch some crappie. But I think this is actually a good time to end this video because we've caught quite a few fish. It's been a little bit slow, a little bit finicky, but all in all, it's been a good day on the water. So stay tuned, there's gonna be more stuff to come. But for the most part, I've been having a lot of fun, man. Those big bluegill to kind of end my morning session, that was a blast. Anyways, thanks again for watching. We'll catch you again here shortly.
Oh, I got a, what the? Dude, I got a nice, well, decent one. I literally was dead drifting this while putting away my other rod. Spro sashimi swimmer. There's a fish. Yeah, he hit it real quick. You know, I'm using this, I think they call it killer gill color. And the reason I am is because these bass, a lot of them I think are postspawn and they're actually kind of chasing around bluegill on bluegill beds. And that's not a very big bass there, but he committed to it. So that tells me that you're not only gonna catch giant fish on bigger baits, you can catch the mid-sized bass as well. And that's a quality fish. I mean, he's nice and healthy looking. That's good. Healthy little guy. See you later, buddy. Whoa, he is feisty.